Good morning. We're watching the Guerrilla Collective. That is a video game festival. I believe they mostly focus in independent games. That looks like there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff. Looks like their stream is actually already up, so I'm just going to already swap it over to their countdown, which is still 8 minutes away. I was looking at their website before. Turns out they'd done this last year, which I had never... I don't remember this last year at all, but apparently they did one last year, which obviously went well enough that they're going to do it for 2 days this year. I can't believe they're doing one this morning and one in a week. Most of the websites that I've been on have not even put day one on their list, which is fascinating. Wait, day two. They've got 3 days this week. This year, June 14th, June 6th, which is today, and they have June 15th as well. The June 14th thing must be a smaller thing, because for the most part I've seen them focusing on the 2 Saturdays, for them, Sundays for us. But we are here. I've seen on their website they were showing off games like Genesis Noir, and a couple other little games that I can remember seeing from other, I might just swing it in just so we can have a look at what's showing up on their website itself. There's a Super Hot in there. Oh God, goodness gracious, it's bloody fast to see. Is that Neocab? There's a Sign of Happiness thing in there. Is that Phasmophobia almost? So I'm going to imagine some of these we are going to see get releases on other platforms, which will be cool. And some of these I'm assuming are going to be newer announcements from the developers of those games. Today's the day. Come hang out and see all the teams sweat over the past few months. See all the teams sweat over the... Interesting. How's your morning now going, Dash? How you going? Been up to much these past couple of days? Or even today? I made a coffee about 4 minutes ago and I woke up my entire house while doing it and sent a message into our house group chat apologizing for my early morning antics over the next 10 or so days. Not that I'm going to be up this early every other day, but getting all this podcast stuff ready and plan some games for review. That is exciting. I have a feeling I know one of the games at least. I did see someone out there. I won't say. That is exciting though. Did you end up submitting a thing for the E3? Like a media pass? No, I didn't bother. Actually can't see the chat when it's over this thing. I might just move it. It's a bit down there, a bit easier to read. It was weird, man. It was weird. It turns out no one was getting what's the word? Approval, accreditation until all of yesterday. Yeah, right. I got mine, which is pretty exciting. Especially considering how not long I've been doing this for. But I was doing it, and when I got mine, yeah, thank you. Then anybody that I followed was also tweeting that they had only just got theirs as well. So it was super, super late. Whatever portal they've got going on in the back end for the E3 stuff, it is still not open. And it's not going to be open until I think from about 48 hours from now. Which seems kind of late. Especially considering we didn't have a schedule until 2 days ago. and some of that schedule still doesn't have times on it. So like, what a fucking strange year. Yeah, really interesting. Really, really bizarre. What a first E3 to be a part of, you know? I feel like it's one of those really, really big touch and go ones this year. Is there music coming through on this? Oh, there is. Yeah, fingers crossed I don't get doxxed by the ESA in my first E3. It should be good. I mean, like, as far as as far as I can see, people are sort of not really taking it like too over the top seriously this year, which is good. I think everyone can sort of see that this is going to be a really weird one. Like, you know, I mean, look, they've only had 18 months to figure out what an online convention is. That being said, it looks like people on both sides, media, journalists, I'm assuming influencers as well, fans, who knows what the hell the experience they're going to have. Everyone's on the same page of it just being really strange. So like I got an email earlier this morning saying something along the lines of like, hey, we're sending out this email now, ... It's a little bit late, ... We're seeing if media want to have a meeting with us now, ... And it would just like, I could like, there was just like a sigh like I could feel from the person writing the email. Like, I can't believe how fucking strange this year is. But hey, it's different every year. And it's fun, you know? Super unorganized. I am thankful that no one has to, well, for the most part, most people do not have to go and book hotels. They don't have to book accommodation. They don't have to book out, you know, people to run their booths like in person, because that would be expensive. And to only find out that you were getting approved like a week in advance, like that's impossible. yeah. PlayStation just rocks up like, yeah, hey, what's up? We're here for E3. You know, we still believe in E3. Oh god, that would be funny. That would be so funny if they rocked up. It's like, so PlayStation and Konami, the only ones not here. So like, that's really strange. And like the whole Summer Games thing and like Achilles thing is sort of like adopting every other show as part of like the Summer Games thing. They haven't adopted Nintendo's thing on the Summer Games website, which is wild. Yeah, what a week to relaunch a PlayStation show. Maybe the smallest, maybe like the lowest key week for PlayStation news that can happen is because it's going to be drowned out by literally everything else. But that'll make for, you know, a great show. You know, we got this. We totally got this. All right, we're getting started here in about 10 seconds. I keep going to put my coffee away, but I need to actually keep it in my hands because it's the only thing keeping me alive at the moment.
What is poppin', everybody? Welcome to the Guerrilla Collective 2. I am your host, Justin Woodward, co-founder of The Mix, the media indie exchange and indie team in Terabang Entertainment. I am with my co-host, Alex Wilmer. What is poppin', Alex? How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for having me, Justin. It is very exciting to be back for the Guerrilla Collective 2, as you said.
I'm super happy to be back. I'm happy to be in the studio.
Yes.
Where are we at?
Yeah. This is our studio.
They don't look a meter and a half away from each other, do they?
And it's very, very nice to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Yes, of course.
That's not social distancing.
As I said, this is our second annual. That was like a nice little grip. As I said, this is our
Oh, this is live, isn't it?
Event, which was initially started as a global coalition of leading game studios, publishers, and industry leaders coming together to help bring new announcements, gameplay trailers, and reveals from studios of all sizes direct to enthusiasts worldwide. And the tradition continues this year with two showcases where we are having during this showcase season. Check out our schedule right here for this week's event and next. There it is. Today we will start with
Oh, so the Wholesome Direct is part of
with our friends in Japan.
Guerrilla Collective. I was not aware of that.
And in the day with our black voices in gaming.
Did they even jab? Like, if they didn't flinch, they must have double jabbed. They must have double jabbed.
Give a huge shout out to our sponsors: PlayStation, Xbox, Kickstarter, Razer, Astro Gaming, our fellow devs and publishers, Two Awesome Studio, Akupara Games, All In Games, Good Shepherd, Humble Games.
Our sponsors,
Goblin
the
Studio,
entire games industry.
Head Up, Hype Train Digital, Neon Doctrine, Raw Fury, Tiny Bill, Thunderful, and of course, Whitethorn Games.
That was a mouthful.
It was a lot, and there was a lot of really good pauses in there too.
And he did not stumble over any of it. That's that media training coming through.
On Steam, in order to support the devs. So be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective event page on Steam, where you can learn more about these games, the games that you can buy right now, and some of the games coming up.
It's their Ridge Wallet sponsorship.
So check out the event page, Guerrilla Collective, on Steam.
Yeah, make sure to do that. Shout out to Valve, to Steam for working with us, and also all of our other platform partners as well. Shout out to our broadcasting partners for supporting the showcase and the developers on the stream. We couldn't do it without you. Twitch, Steam, IGN, and of course, GameSpot. They have helped to host this stream, and it is super.
Goodness gracious. Everybody's involved in this. You stream, JTV, yeah.
With a few brand new exclusives, catching up with the adorable creatures in the world of Eternal
Blog
Soldier,
TV.
checking out an update for a beloved Metroidvania, as well as some up and coming slick indie games.
That can't be
Without further ado,
that can't be Hollow Knight, because Team Cherry said they weren't going to be at E3 unless this doesn't count as E3, and they're going to. No, surely not. That's a mouthful of a name. And I'm liking this style. This is like, I feel like I've seen this on Twitter. Yeah, all the characters, they still move in like 4 directions, like animation-wise. That is not what I was expecting to pop up so soon. This looks cool. It's not really any. I feel like it's missing some like sick music. Just a big purple lizard pop out of nowhere. Yeah, yeah. I was just literally just saying it'd be sick if there was like actually some music, sort of happening here, because it's a little bit empty without it. There's a little bit of music coming through, just a little bit. That city looks pretty cool. Cool camera angles, a little bit of shaky cam. Yeah, it needs a bit more oomph, a little bit more chutzpah. World premiere. Oh, is this the Symphony of the, the Bloodstained sequel? Or is this just Bloodstained on another platform? There was talk of a Bloodstained sequel. Yeah, yeah. Now this is some fucking music. This is like Shovel Knight in every game under the sun. I should play this game. I think it's still on Game Pass, and I didn't hear honestly anything but like genuinely pretty good things. Stadia, huh? Yeah, right.
In the Eternal Cylinder, players will have to explore a vibrant alien world teeming with strange life. Survival is
Will Wright's back with Spore 2.
Different natural biomes each bring their own unique obstacles to overcome. For example, the extreme heat of this desert environment will quickly make your health dwindle. Luckily, the Trebhum are resourceful creatures with the unique ability to...
These are some fun-looking little alien dudes.
However, environmental conditions are only one of the many dangers you will face, as the world is filled with dangerous creatures, some natural, some not. The strangest of
What the fuck is that? A mouth on wheels.
your ability to survive in multiple ways. Learning all the surprising ways to interact with creatures of this world.
Const 34? How did you get Monster from Const 34?
Resources. To find a way of surviving the unstoppable threat of the Eternal Cylinder, you will have to keep exploring, keep discovering.
This is...
After all, there's an important trait that humans...
This is real weird. Humans?
Curiosity.
Hey, I'm curious. I'm interested. That looks pretty fucking strange, to be completely honest with you. I'm down.
The common fox, one of nature's survivors, overcoming challenge and diversity with cunning, dexterity, and backpack miniguns.
Okay, so you like... Is it a top-down shooter? Or is it... Yeah, no, it's gotta be, but like they were building stuff as well? Is this a puzzle action game? Like, are you in arenas or are you going through levels? It's got pretty good music. You're not sure about this one?
There's nothing common about this fox.
All right.
Hey everyone,
Hello.
I'm Daniel Piqueras, a 23-year-old solo developer from Spain, and Axolotl is my first game. You play as an angry axolotl with an AK, shooting his
That's a that name is about as far as you can go in terms of combining two words that are so completely different.
Imagine an axolotl
Yeah, right.
and AK-47? Wait. And that's pretty much how it came to life. My only goal with the game is for people to have fun, to have a good time. Nowadays more than ever. So thank you so much for having me here and for showcasing my game. Take care and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Obviously pretty early. But hey, good on him for getting a spot, I guess. I have no idea how long the presentation is, Kez. No clue. It's like a Smash invitation. Hey, for a solo dev, this looks really cool. Yeah, that's I think like I was racking my brain trying to think of what game this reminded me the most, and I think actually Nuclear Throne is the one. Like I was getting a little bit of like stick fight duck game in terms of like the weapon select and stuff like that. But no, Nuclear Throne is definitely the one. All right, Metroid vibes. Definitely Metroid vibes. Music's pretty tight. Ooh, the drums though. Like Kung Fury drums. Ooh, the dashing puzzles, they look pretty good. They look like that'd be pretty fun. Ruby the Wayward Mina? Mira?
I don't know about you, Alex, but I'm looking forward to...
No, you want to talk to Celeste. Carrie is your man for Celeste.
But I am looking forward to whipping some more creatures' asses in Bloodstain. Make sure to follow and support the devs, as well as pre-order and wishlist them on Steam.
Just realize how sharp that man's beard is. And when I sharp, I mean like it is pointy. That is a sharp, pointed beard.
For some darker, more moody vibes, as well as showing some love to a couple of games from the Black Voices in Gaming Freshman Class 2021. Let's start with a kick-ass trailer and hop into some more games.
True.
This looks pretty fucked up in a way that I'm kind of into. Okay, I'm less into the twin stick shooting. That's a cool looking boss. That is a great fucking logo.
Far up in the skies, you can see the towers of madness. We must open the third gate to give access to the moon once more. We do this unwillingly, but we
Okay, this I'm into. Ooh, I want to play Bloodborne again. Oh, this looks really tight. Oh yeah, I'm really into that one. That one looks really cool.
Hi, my name is David. I'm the co-founder and 3D artist at Bleak Mill,
Hi, David.
and we are developing Industria, a mystery first-person shooter in which a woman searches for her work colleague in a parallel dimension. The
Okay.
game is a lot inspired by Half-Life 2, Bioshock, and the works of David Lynch.
All right. I'm.
Give
Yep.
you an exclusive insight
I guess I'll buy your game.
we're working on right now.
Bioshock, Half-Life, and David Lynch. Good lord. It's nice that people are making games specifically for me.
The first thing to show is the new enemy type we call the Hound. They feature a pack behavior, means they have a leader and the other in the pack just follow that leader. They are quick, agile, and harm the player a lot with their saw blades.
And I'm getting a little bit of Generation Zero feelings from this one, but not in a like in the jank kind of direction.
Thing we want to show you
I mean, this is probably a bit early, so that's fine.
right now.
Those are just robot people.
The Optic is a long-range enemy that pins down the player with a machine gun. We also want to show you new environments, such as this abandoned apartment building in the city of Hokkavik. Hundreds and thousands of people lived in
Was
the
there a
city,
trailer for this? Like
robots that want to kill the player.
a year, like 2 years ago?
Throughout the game, the player will slowly find out why the robots are here, where they come from, and what
I
they
remember.
do with the past of the player character.
Yeah, there was a game that had like fucked up robots, and they had mentioned Bioshock as like an inspiration, and like I remember there being like gigantic like metallic tubes going into robots through buildings. Like, is that this, or is this just like sort of hitting some of those same chords?
If you want to support us, feel free to wishlist Industria on Steam and or follow us on our social medias like Twitter. and
That name doesn't sound familiar though, so it might not be that one. It might be a different
See you
one.
next time.
Look at me. Look at this place. This place is definitely not what it used to be. It's like a snake, shedding its skin over and over again. You have to learn it all over again. Feel it. Tame it. I feel you getting closer.
That was the same one. Okay, all right. Yeah, because I remember like we didn't have gameplay back then, but we had like proof of concept stuff, so it was the same one, right?
Time.
Is this like a Stalker?
Igor,
Is this Stalker 3?
can never change what's already occurred because every change creates its own space-time continuum. We can be together, Igor, but you have to learn the truth if you truly.
This is Stalker 3, right?
Now you must do whatever is necessary. After that, it won't matter anymore. Wait.
Yeah.
Change the past, Igor. See where it leads you.
No, it's not. It's Chernobyl Light. Obviously. Wait, is this that Platinum game? Is this that Bright something? No, that's because that's going to be at Square. Yeah, as opposed to Chernobyl double XL. This looks real near, like in a way that I'm really into. Did you play Nier Replicant, Dash? Is it really good? Should I cop it and pick it up? Yes.
I'm in a two-story motel in El Paso, Texas, that gained another 46 stories yesterday, all below ground. It's extremely haunted, and my ex is at the bottom.
I did really like Automata. I know it's not like quite the same, but like
Lord of the Vampires.
I should probably pick it up.
She's waiting for me.
I'm really into this. Fuck yeah, man. This is sick. Someone has to make a new Max Payne game. It's a good name.
Olá, eu sou Will Fernandes, game designer e diretor criativo de Elder End. De Lovecraft até Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Elder End é uma mistura de minhas experiências. O gameplay conta com elementos clássicos, mas também incluímos um toque moderno ao jogo.
Okay, yeah, I'm into this. I like the amount of fidelity in the pixels. So you're like a bounty hunter, I guess, in this one. Yep, I'm very into this. I'm very, very into this. This looks really cool. Nice. Tight. That looks great. Oh, this game exists, right? The speedrunning. Is this like an ooh. This has been a pretty strong conference so far. There's been a lot of really, really cool looking indie games coming through here this year. Run, die, run again. Cool. Yeah, totally. That looks pretty good. Is that Kena Bridge of Spirits?
Welcome to the grid. Just tell me what I gotta do.
It was.
Defeat new enemies. Go and save Gora.
What was that ice cream? I very, very much want to know what the game was with the Neapolitan ice cream.
What is popping? I am here with Ariel Knight, Neil Jones, who just released his game. What's up, man?
Welcome back, Harry.
He just released his game, Never Yield, and you know it's been blazing up these streets, especially as far as like you've got mad press and everything. But we're here to talk about Black Voice in Gaming freshman class and really how that came together, because it's been a real magical experience. So can you?
It's a pretty sick poster.
Like what it is.
Yeah, so Black Voices in Gaming freshman class was an idea where we kind of reach out to the upcoming game.
Yeah, isn't it just?
Black talent in the game development space, in the game industry. When I first kind of thought of it, I really wanted it to be kind of like just something to highlight all of these games that were coming out relatively soon, and show that like all of these creators in this space, we're all in.
Oh, you'll love this. You'll love this guy, Dash. He's got a Persona 5 collector's edition in the back. A couple of pops as well.
Highlighting one or two people, we can all support each other because there's room enough for everybody. So, and then when we talked about the idea, you just took it and ran with it and put the whole thing together, and reaching out to everybody with you was like really amazing. Everything went really smoothly. So if you haven't checked out the list yet, I don't know if it's posted in the comments or anything like that, but just look up Black Voices in Gaming freshman class. It should pop up, and all of those amazing games are there.
Yeah, you can also check it out on blackvoicesingaming.com. That kind of like really jump-started that website too. We had it kind of cooking up since the last Guerrilla Collective, but really wasn't able to really put it into full effect until we did launch the freshman class. And I can say it was amazing. Like Neil had like
You get scared about Persona 5, Gary.
just thinking about this stuff, because the freshman class really came from the Double XL, which I'm a huge hip hop head, and I used to I couldn't wait and to see that cover, and to see who was on it. I mean, until maybe it got crazy with a bunch of mumble rap stuff that I didn't even know about, but that's besides the point,
Yeah, man, it was really exciting. Especially when we started off with a lot smaller of a group of
I want that framed Spider-Verse poster he's got in the back.
Closely, that was a part of the Guerrilla Collective.
Oh, look at that poster!
Featured or who I
what a movie! What a movie!
And then you kind of reached out to more people and really packed the list up more with games that I didn't even know that was coming out. So yeah, man, it was really cool, and it just came up with me and you just randomly talking, how we just hop on and start talking about stocks and video games and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really cool to have that community. I don't know, it's just flourishing. Neil's been hooking me up with contacts of people I should connect with to get press or for potential business deals and vice versa, and we met a year ago, actually, on on stream was the first time that we talked. So kind of to throw it back to this was kind of dope,
Yeah, man. And I think the more Black people in this game industry, because we're so spread out. There's a lot of us, but we're all over the place, and we don't really know each other in that way. So the more of a community we have, and the more of us, the more we can support each other and help each other.
My friend who isn't into JRPGs, I peer pressured him into playing it and doing a book club podcast with me. Now he's into what I am.
We often for Black History Month, but we never even talked to each other. My first time really talking to Nelson. Who worked on, who made,
that comment is sponsored by Atlas, #ad, #ad.
We were putting this together. So it was really just cool meeting everybody and seeing how chill everybody was, because once we pitched these creators the idea, they sent us the concept for what character they wanted to be a part of the poster, and they just kind of let us do our thing.
Yes, it's super cool to see the different art styles and the different types of games that we're making. They're not all the same, and I think that sometimes we get pigeonholed into making a certain type of game. So to see, Onsen Master, where you're you're managing a natural spring, like bathhouse. Like that's what? Like who would have thought that someone would make that? Let alone a black game developer. And I'm making a freaking Jay and Silent Bob game, so no one knows that I'm I'm black, or my team has is extremely diverse. Like James is he's also gay, and he's a black man in Georgia, and he's like our art director. Like we got Evan Washington, who's going to be on the stream, and he worked at Sony, and he's also a producer on our team. Like, but we're making a Jay and Silent Bob game, and you're like, what the hell? Like, two white dudes, dudes portrayed as potheads, and it's like, okay, but that's what we decided to make at that moment. We'll definitely get into like more thematic, like culturally relevant stuff for us, but that was what we were working at the time. So
I couldn't find it, but my sealed copy of Persona 5 is somewhere in my bookcase. I still haven't played it yet.
Just in general, like the lack of access that some of us have had in the industry. Like some of us have been in the industry and playing that game, the game for a while. But a lot of us haven't and are making like games, like Adam Kareem, right? He's in software, but this is like really his first time.
It's sitting there waiting for me to play when I'm ready for a dash.
Asking all these questions and stuff,
Yeah, and it just shows, that no matter what your background, where you from, hey,
Carrie, you settle the fuck down.
Promote you as much as we can. I will say if we do like another list,
I bought Fire Emblem Three Houses on launch with nothing but intent to play it. I haven't put it on my Switch. I have complete intention to play it one day. It's just sitting there. I just haven't had the time.
Say, hey, what's up? Anything that we can do to help you, we want to do that. But like this first list, it was like really quick. We did this in like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was like really fast forwarded. So we just want to reach out to more people of all like black backgrounds, and like kind of just make sure that we can support you the best we can.
Yeah, for sure. And we've shouted them out before, but I want to shout out Humble for helping to support.
Games were coming out every fucking month last year. There was so many games coming out last year.
Those folks, we wouldn't be able to, basically fund that.
I finally got to catch up a little bit.
That whole promotion, and also, I'm one of the advisors on the Black Game Developer Fund for Humble, so I'm always trying to find
Final Fantasy, Doom Eternal.
Right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like
that's it.
Get in contact with more developers. We have a Discord server that we're communicating on, and it's blowing up. I know it's blowing Neil up while he's like working on his stuff. But we're just here really to help.
Spider-Man, Demon Souls,
and exposure for everyone. So
Astrobot.
Really dope.
Yeah, because we haven't. Really
Spider-Man's a 30-minute campaign.
Like we're just trying to keep that momentum going, because I think we all kind of know the situation we're in, where we're all the underdog, no matter where we are in the game industry. If you're an HR, if you're a developer, if you're a streamer, we all in the same place. And like the streamers really came out and supported us too when we kind of put this list out there. They went out and looked up these other games and tried to support them. And if you didn't know about the list, now you know. So like keep a lookout for the next one. I don't know when that's going to be. Whenever we can,
we'll try to do it again, but probably once a year. But maybe we could do it twice, because there's some folks that we kind of left out there dropping in 2021, 2022. So.
Oh yeah, Immortals Phoenix. Hey, at least I didn't buy that on launch.
We did miss people.
I only bought that like last month.
It was just like it was fast moving. We were trying to get this thing out, and we only know so many people. We only got so many connections, but we wanted to expand that to like as many people as we can.
Yeah,
give me a break.
Where can the folks find you, Neil?
Oh, you can find me at Ariel_Knight on Twitter and everywhere else.
Cool, man. Thanks for joining us, and make sure to check out Black Voice in the Game.
Man. You've been amazing. The Guerrilla Collective is dope. You put together this list. You did way more work than I did, but I just appreciate you, taking like this idea and just running with it and doing your thing.
For sure. And we got the Black Voice in Gaming coming up pretty soon for the Guerrilla Collective. So make sure to check out that. I just wanted to make sure to talk to Neil, and it's been awesome. So I'll catch you later, man.
All right, man.
All right. Peace.
Man, it's so great to see some of the new titles, and also
They've got some good viewers going here as well, which is great to see.
To see how their game is coming together.
Yep, just under 3,000.
The design mechanics and just overall graphics. El Paso Elsewhere and Run Die Run Again were both games from developers who were also included in Black Voice in Gaming freshman class. The Black Voice in Gaming stream was first started last year's Guerrilla Collective during the time of civil unrest. Check out the
I did get New Horizons. I did put a bunch of time in I put a lot of time in it over a very short amount of time. Like a lot of people did when that game came out. So
exclusives on the RPG strategy side of town that will have you dungeon crawling and brawling.
So let's slash into those pieces right now.
Check it.
Butt naked.
what the fuck? Did you get into New Horizons, Dash? It's a card game. I don't. Thanks for coming by, Kez. I will catch you soon. Thanks for tuning in for a bit. Yeah, like I feel like that game, New Horizons. I mean, you know, like this has obviously been said to death, but it meant a lot to a lot of people, for like especially during that heavy part of lockdown at the beginning. I didn't stick with it. I think because it just didn't hit that same itch that New Leaf did for me. But like. It's still real. It's still got some real special moments in that game. Also, just in case you didn't know, that's Kerry, who I do MiniMap cast with, and he co-founded MiniMap with me, so that's who that was. Yeah, totally. Yeah, like New Horizons was so comforting. Like for like a good while, like that routine meant so much. This looks really nice. What is this?
But this harmony was not to last. Slowly, without much notice, the withering was creeping out from the darkness. Once it took hold, there was little that could be done. Our lands were overrun, and all that was cherished disappeared before us. But all was not lost. One young, brave soul stayed behind.
Yeah, totally.
With support from their friends.
Okay, maybe not that book. That book's kind of freaky. Nah, this world though looks really nice.
Push back the withering and bring life back to our world.
That looks really nice, and they must have been absolutely shattered when they saw the Kino Bridge of Spirits fucking trailer last year.
Oh, Gothor! Medium plus demon of destruction! The gates have fallen! Heroes are rampaging the temple! We need a miracle! More blood?
Okay.
We could offer you many things. Gold, beasts, shows, or...
Cool looking hippo. Not the kind of game I thought this was going to look like. Alright. Is it like a Darkest Dungeon type game, maybe? Not a lot of gameplay.
3 courageous tinkerers lived together in the woods.
Gwent.
And lived a wonderful life, building their home, went hunting and defied any weather, and explored distant lands in search of new resources and hidden treasures.
Welcome to Tinkertown. My name is Julian, and I'm with HeadUp, the publisher and developer behind this charming pixel sandbox RPG.
This looks cute.
Since Tinkertown went into early access last November 2020, we've continuously updated the game. We've added more customization options, new items, from weapons, housing, to decorations, farming, fishing.
Oh, fishing.
As well as more.
I'm into fishing. I'm into the fishing.
And as we've been developing with you, the community, we've decided to give the next update some more.
They're doing the
awesome features.
Yeah, Dragon Quest, Animal Crossing.
So beware of the Desert Dungeon. The Desert Dungeon not only delivers new enemies, but with it, we've added behavior trees to all our NPCs, making them more aware of their surroundings and more challenging. Be cautious when entering the dungeon, as it is filled with new mechanics. Most prominent, traps. Poisonous arrow traps and monster ambers are only a few of what is to come. And a new, powerful boss.
He's towing that line between like voiceover artists for the trailer and like developer walkthrough.
See you in Tinkertown.
Oh, bless. Exclusive.
The Zodiac Legion. Our enemies beset us on all sides. Once our knightly brotherhood stood as a bulwark against the forces of evil. But when the stars abandoned the world, we were left weak, divided and lost. We could rely only on the strength of our arms and eternal devotion to our cause. But today, the tides of magic course.
Okay, this is not my type of game, but it looks neat.
We are ready to reclaim our lost heritage. We have taken the fight to the enemy.
This looks like a game I would be very, very bad at.
Our champions can bend the battlefield to their will, shattering the enemy's formations with magic and vanquishing their minions with righteous fury. We explore ancient ruins in search of forgotten artifacts to support our war effort, slaying the horrors that stand in our way. Yet some of these abominations may prove more than a match, and our brothers may bear the ultimate sacrifice to bring about victory for the entire order. The blood of the fallen shall inspire the rest of us to carry on.
A lot of dudes whacking dudes and dudes falling over.
We learn how to adapt our approach. The spirit of force allows our warriors to break through stone, giving their comrades the opportunity to flank the enemy and drive a salient into their defenses in a single mighty charge. With the foe's shield wall in disarray, nothing can stop
This trailer just needs like a bonk every time. Bonk. Bonk.
Our champions for the many tasks that lie ahead and
Oh my goodness.
battles wisely.
That's a UI.
Of our adversaries still hold our long-lost brothers.
Yeah, it looks a bit slow.
Even by death, we must rescue them and secure their escape by any means if we are to deliver them safely to our citadel, where their wisdom will drive our scholars towards new discoveries. Yet the engines of war grind on through all the lands. The enemy seeks to flood us with even more misshapen monstrosities, while we drown them in a rain of fire. We are the Zodiac Legion. We are the light of hope, a glow in the dark of night, and
Bonk.
we will not falter.
Yeah, I'm sort of with you on that one. I mean, like, hey, these games still keep getting made. There must be an audience for them. It ain't me, but it must be out there.
So many great games in every genre. I'm really happy to see the new ideas and remixes of styles come into the mix this summer.
Yeah, such dope stuff. Next up, we have a cornucopia of lighthearted and Twitch action games that will test your hand and eyeball coordination,
Okay.
have you
Yep.
competitive with your friends, and put a big smile on your face. Let's kick it.
Oh, dude, I love smiling. Exclusive. I need to get that, like, Xbox. That was weird timing. That Xbox exclusive fucking guy on my soundboard. Yeah, fucking timing. Is this asteroids? Nice music. Yeah. I like the colors too. It's very bright and poppy. Also interesting that we've seen a game that began with the Xbox logo prior to their conference. Is that an Xbox Studios game? Like, that's really, really strange. Because that's not like, it's not indie. Whitethorn Games. I remember that name. You're probably right, but I didn't see a developer on it. Could be ID at Xbox, actually. That's a good point. Wait, are they picking up a person? Okay, cool. It's like Flow from that game company. They're watching TV? I don't know what this is, but I'm here for it. Wait, is that the name of the Yinglet? Okay, cool. Yinglet? Yeah, right. Like someone just went like thunk on like on the keyboard. Calling it that. It's a Bubsy password. That's such a specific cut. Cool. Add on itch, buy it on itch. Developers get more money that way. Exclusive.
Hi, I'm Annika from Happy Broccoli Games. We're a small studio based in Berlin. We're a bunch of weird people making an even weirder game called Kraken Academy. It's a comedy high school adventure that is coming out later this year. You're the new kid at school who is tasked to save the school from doom and destruction by a huge magical kraken with big dad energy. This game is a letter to 90s anime and Zelda Majora's Mask. So if you like any of those two things, you should definitely check it out.
I do like those things.
To show you today, for the first time ever, our hand
I mean, I haven't played Majora's, but like
showcase the game. Now,
that
it's a really big deal for us
like
to have such an awesome
era.
trailer, so I really hope you enjoy it. If you like what you see, don't forget to wishlist. It really helps us out. Thank you so much.
All right, dope. What is the broccoli, dude? I'm like, I want to be friends with it. I think I saw Roshi there for a moment. Welcome to Kraken Academy. Fantastic t-shirts. Broccoli girl. Hey, that good, strong showing. Fellow traveler, they tend to make, they tend to publish interesting stuff. Oh, this game I've played. This game is pretty fucking sick. This was the game that allowed me to find out that I know how to do a Krillin impression, which I'm not going to do right now because it's far too late. And I'll wake up the entire suburb with it because it strains my voice so hard. But doing this at PAX, this game was fun. I don't know the legs that it has, but it was fun when I played it at PAX. This would be a good like game to play when you've got like 8 or 9 people that are kind of watching the TV and kind of not watching the TV with a bunch of drinks. You add it to the rotation of games that you play when you want to play like Towerfall.
Team-based fighting sports game where the best ball kicker wins. You gotta punch, kick, and headbutt your way across the field to smash the ball into your opponent's bell and rack up points. Hi there, I'm Jonah Wallerstein, the creator of Kung Fu Kickball, and I'm super excited to have my game included in the 2nd annual Guerrilla Collective. The game has been in early access on Steam for a little over a month now, and we're just getting started. So today I'd like to announce a new character joining the ballgame. That's right, Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, is ready to unleash his monkey-style kung fu on the playing field. He'll be available with our next update, landing at the end of the month, but you'll need to demonstrate your skills as a true kickball master to get him to join your roster.
Cool. Fun.
So look forward to announcing the Monkey King in a few weeks and keep an eye out for Kung Fu Kickball.
It's just Krillin and Roshi. Like it's just like he's got the dots on his head like Krillin and
Hi everyone.
it's Sun Wukong. It's the Journey to the West Monkey Man.
I'm proud to introduce our new game, Eon Drive.
Sun Wukong is at least
Of Jacqueline, our main heroine. Eon Drive,
like
stylish speedrunning platformer,
important.
of Cyberpunk City
It like
near Barcelona. With it, we want to show you a bit of our city.
have you seen Avatar Last Airbender? Same character.
Areas, solo or with 4 people in co-op. Eon Drive is coming out later this year for PC and all major consoles.
Yeah.
With the help of our publishing partner, Critical Reflex. Please check out the new trailer for the game. We hope you like it.
We've been hit! 30 seconds.
Cool.
All the drive cores. No time to waste then.
Oh, I am a big fan of these types of games, like super short runs. Yep, yeah, no, yep. I'm with you. This is it. Play with your friends. Okay, interesting. 4-player co-op in a 30-second run-based game. Fun. Yep.
We're through. Let's get to it.
Cool. Switch. Nice.
And now, a little something to whet your appetite.
I can't even believe the type of game. It's just phenomenal.
Super dope.
Before we move on to the next segment, we want to say thanks to our broadcasting partners, Twitch, GameSpot, Valve, and IGN. Thank you so much for supporting and hosting.
I'm not familiar with Erica Lindberg.
Our other sponsors here, they're coming up right now. They're so amazing. We love you guys so much. Over the year, we have seen some exciting releases from some of the most amazing developers that have blessed the Guerrilla Collective and other mix events, as well as the other events that have been popping up digitally all year.
Yes. And up next, we have a collection of action and exploratory adventure games that are going to tug on your heartstrings, Justin.
You would if you unwrapped your copy of Persona 5.
And we're also checking out updates on some award-winning games that are soon to become.
Look, I bought Persona 5 for really, really cheap about a month after Royale had come out. And then I decided that I wanted to play Royale.
Even one of the most adaptable creatures in the animal kingdom, the fox.
And I haven't bought it yet. Because I want to play it on Switch.
As the last fox on Earth, you're fighting for survival in search of the rare sources of food left in this dying world. But you're not searching food just for yourself alone. Your clumsy cops are eagerly waiting for your return.
I know, but like Persona 4 was on Vita and that was so fucking good. And so in my mind, Persona's like a handheld game because I never played any of them before 4. And I never played like Shin Megami Tensei or anything like that.
The loss of a youngling is a heartbreaking, gut-wrenching moment.
This looks nice.
But as long as there's hope, the vixen will
And like it's gonna make me cry.
This is where your keen sense of smell comes in handy. You can sense the smell of your cub and can even sense some traces left behind.
Hey, if it's coming to Xbox apparently pretty soon, there's a chance. Switch Pro. No, what is it? New Nintendo Switch Pro, apparently. If that listing was real, which it might not have been.
And you will need that skill because your other cubs still need your attention. As they grow up, they will leave the shelter and accompany you on your night.
I'm also not sure if that Xbox listing was real or not. I couldn't find anybody who actually said they found a link. Everyone's just sharing that screenshot. I'm not sure if anyone actually had the link for it or not.
Little one's close and safe. Over time, they will learn essential.
I love the environments and the lighting of everything too.
Nights are dangerous enough.
Oh.
Traps and other predators threaten your cubs.
Care to share, or are you going to keep that one a little bit closer to your chest?
But during the day, the most dangerous predators of them all.
March, interesting. Okay.
Humans.
Oh my god, they just killed the fox.
It's your job to guide your vulnerable cubs safely through the dystopian future of an exploited Earth. On your journey to the last safe haven, you must overcome all the dangers that lie ahead.
Does that potential deal signed in March include them announcing that it was coming to Game Pass? Potentially shadow dropping during Xbox's conference? Because that's what I've maybe been hearing on, like, you know, with full disclosure, no inside knowledge. Did ask. They said no. Oh, right. Interesting. Okay. I would assume that would have been a big, like, want for them.
Creatures, learning their behaviors, and most importantly, photographing their majesty.
Maybe Atlas said no.
Today, I'm going to show off some content from a zone we haven't shared much gameplay of before, the Glimmering River. This luminous locale is home to a number of unique beasts, from mushroom frogs to bats with butterfly wings to mischievous otter crocodiles that love to play. Each of these critters has a unique reaction to Marina. We can't wait for you to find and photograph them all.
Yeah, absolutely. That would have been like a massive like boon for him.
In order to progress. For example, using the Marvian scaled otter, or as we like to call him, the otter dials, playful spit behavior to grow flowers.
This looks fun. It's like free roam
Favorite parts of the Glimmering River.
Pokemon
There's a
Snap.
game of fetch that you get to play with the otter dial. If you wait for just the right moment, you can catch a shot of him doing an impressive backflip before diving down into
Cool.
the water to fetch his toy. This is one of the many opportunities to engage with creatures in meaningful and non-violent ways in store for you on Maravilla Island. Beast of Maravilla Island is coming soon to Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation 4, and PC. We're so excited to see the amazing photos that you take.
Nice. That looks quite cute. I like photography games. Yeah, what the fuck is that? What is that thing that randomly got announced on Xbox France's Twitter account yesterday? I like this. I like the soft shading on everything. Ooh. I feel like this game requires a soundtrack by like Austin Wintory or something. Yeah. No, I'm gonna assume. I'm liking the UI treatment on this with the 90s like McDonald's style, or like not 90s cinema style like font backgrounds. And he's got like, you know, VHS tapes and neat.
Hi, my name is Eleanor and I voice the sister in The Lightbringer. Today I'm giving you a quick deep dive into the game to take a closer look at the gameplay. The Lightbringer is a poetic adventure platformer with a heartfelt narrative presented entirely in verse. The world has been claimed by vile corruption, filling it with vicious, slimy beings. Your sister set out on a journey to rid the world of these evil entities.
Finally, some good boomerang
Somewhere along her
representation.
journey, she vanished under unknown circumstances. Now the task of saving the world has fallen upon you. Guided by your sister's spirit, you aim to succeed where she could not. The goal of each level is to reach a monolith and cleanse it from the corruption that has taken control of it. You do this by collecting
This looks
powers
fun.
in the form of light motes.
The movement looks like it would feel pretty good.
Outside a beaten path. Best keep your eyes peeled. Your journey will take you through tropical islands, icy tundras, dark dungeons, and mountaintops high above the clouds, all with their own unique mechanics.
Cool.
Each level works as its own little
Yeah.
world, filled with platforming challenges, puzzles, and enemies.
Yeah, like if Captain Toad could jump.
You'll often find yourself fighting the corruption, both smaller enemies as well as large sentinels brought to life by the corruption. These encounters will test both your skill and determination, and they will not give up without a fight. We hope you have enjoyed this quick presentation, and we look forward to showing you more this summer. As for the game's release date, it'll be out when it's out.
That's the smartest thing. Smartest thing any developer can do. Wait, what? Wait.
Vertigo at Pendulum Studios. Vertigo is a narrative and adventure game freely inspired by the movie masterpiece directed by
Wait,
Alfred Hitchcock.
inspired or
The main themes
like
of the game are roughly the same ones that appear in the movie: obsession,
they license?
madness, manipulation, identity, and the confusion between imagination, dreams, memory, and reality.
Is this a licensed Alfred Hitchcock game?
Techniques, from his special with suspense, the focus on the psychological side of
Oh my god, it is.
marriage, depiction of reality, and of course the MacGuffin. We've also been studying Hitchcock's camera work, subjective shots, his use of detail shots, and even the dolly zoom effect, also known as vertigo effect. In the movie, the spectator always knows more than the main character. You have to translate that into the game, let the player know more than the actual character that they are.
Just released, yeah. Wow, an Alfred Hitchcock licensed game was not on my bingo card for E3. Yeah, this has been really good, like really strong showing. It's no Jimmy Stewart.
Amazing games. Of course, it's pitter patter on my heart. It's just every time I'm like, feel like I'm getting a shot of adrenaline. Those are some, maybe that's not adrenaline, but those are some awesome games. Next up, our friends at Neon Doctrine, formerly another indie, have joined us to show some of their amazing titles.
Let's check it out.
Now.
They're having a great time.
Hey everyone, we are Neon Doctrine, purveyors of exquisite games
Jim
from
Sterling.
around the world. We hope you enjoy this showcase of our upcoming titles. Neon Doctrine is proud to be based in the city of Taipei, so it brings us
That's a suit.
great pleasure to introduce you to the legend of Tianding.
That's a suit.
Featuring Taiwan's most famous folk hero, we cannot wait for you to see the place you love and experience an interesting piece of
Just
lore.
fuck me up, fam.
Not yet rated.
He's got a bazooka? Wait, so is this a Metroidvania or is this just like a beat 'em up? Why is Bison in this game? It is Bison. That's just Bison. Cool. That looks cool. October.
From the Far East to the countryside of New England, we'd like to welcome you to Grow Hill Manor, where the science of the 19th century meets unspeakable ancient horror. Don't get lost now.
Funnily enough, the thing that really sticks out the most for me for this guy is his watch.
Without further ado, Lamentum.
It's a huge watch. the wardrobe, so just ripped Capcom's artwork. I'm kind of into the... I like the monsters, but it's a bit like... It's very gloomy, right? It's like the gothic... You have to toe a line. Like Bloodborne toes that line. I feel like this is a bit more... I don't know. I like my gothic that doesn't focus on humans as much. Or maybe I don't know.
Marriage, love,
Yeah,
and devotion
not quite my jam either.
lead to acts of personal sacrifice. But for my lovely wife's hero, these noble acts are twisted into acts of depravity. Would you be willing to betray and murder those who trust you in order to save your true love? How far would you go to bring back your lovely wife?
How far would you go? Well, if the previous one wasn't depressing enough. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh dear. Oh, this is not at all the game I thought it would be. Those succubuses have very large lungs. This is very TOS. What the fuck does that say? My lovely wife?
Our free-to-play multiplayer PvP shoot-'em-up Retrograde Arena is available now on Nintendo Switch. The best part, it's free.
Retrograde Arena? Isn't this game like... Hasn't this game been around for a little bit?
We have a friend we would
Okay,
like
cool.
to introduce you to, and I think it's best
free.
if he speaks for himself.
My name is Jacob Jazz. Hello, my name is Jacob Jazz, and I come here to tell you a story. This is the story of a pizza dude.
Doesn't Devolver's not for a few days?
He was already dead when he died. He was dead when he died. When he died, surrounded by VHS tapes. Animals was dead when he died. When he died.
What the fuck is this? I really hope this isn't a game. I hope this is just some dude's like animation project.
One single person, you will play this set on the Bayonet's Mausoleum universe, part of the Jacob Jazz trilogy. Welcome
Yes, yes, he did.
infamous Dithers of Fall. When he died,
What the fuck is this?
I hope you enjoyed these games as much as we, well, me, enjoyed introducing them. You can head over to our Discord or Guilded to talk to us, the developers who work with us, and our amazing community. But wait, what's this? We have a sneak peek of an unannounced title. I'm very happy to present to you Project Althea.
Okay, this looks cool. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay, I was hoping to a little bit more. All right.
Thank you so much to all the developers and to you for tuning in. And make sure to check out the
That was a very weird section.
and wishlist some of these games.
Yeah, definitely support the developers. For our first day's finale, we are going to be traveling to the east to connect with our friends at Bit Summit, who will be showing some of the most inventive and interesting games coming out of Japan. Let's get it.
All right, final segment. Yeah, right. It must be super early. Wow, are they allowed to this? Is this not just Dragon Quest? This is just Dragon Quest music, isn't it? Is this Dragon Quest? No, it's not. I honestly, if it had the name Dragon Quest at the end of it, I wouldn't have been surprised. Whoa, the UI on the side of the wall there is kind of neat. Okay. Potato flowers in full bloom. It's a good name. Short and sweet. Oh, a golfing like adventure game. Okay, I'm very into this. Oh, the music too. RPG Golf Legends. I'm into that. This I'm not into. Oh, that looks fine. I wouldn't play it, but I don't like 3D fighting games. It's just not a thing that I've ever. Yeah, no. Golf Story is a thing. But that one looked like they were like Pokemon Emerald characters. Varvern. Cool.
You can already see it. But Whitewater Wipeout is a surfing game for the Playdate that pays homage to
Oh, there's a Playdate thing later on soon, isn't there?
Giles Goddard.
I'm not staying up for that.
CEO Giles Goddard.
We haven't announced it yet, dang it.
What the fuck was that? Playdate's cool. You should have a look at the Playdate. It seems like a really neat little machine that is like, I don't know. It just looks cool. I don't think it's gonna be great, but I think it looks cool. I've been working on it for quite a while. Sheesh, this is. This is weird. There's so much text on the screen. Yeah. You all like colors? I love Salty Bet. Always bet on anime. Which duo will be the strongest? Which will be cursed? Yeah, that's basically it. That's like the long and short of it. That wasn't my Xbox client. I don't know. Did they just put the Xbox fucking achievement? No, that was just like the alert sound. What the fuck? Dude, that's like every time I've seen an episode of Operation PlayStation and you play the fucking PlayStation trophy sound, I like have to double take for a moment because for some reason I feel like it's like happening in my head. Get used to it, yep.
Embarks on a brand new adventure. The side view and top-down action is more intense than ever before. Jason's third battle against
Yeah, this isn't my thing, but a lot of people really love these kind of games.
what new threats await him?
I like that suit. I like that background. Oh, I like that head.
The pinnacle of mutant blasting action is here. Blaster Master 03. A new chapter in Blaster Master history unfolds. July 29th, 2021. AT creates.
Yep. I love a game that is not afraid to put lyrics in its music. I'm not even really that weeby. It's just like, it's just something about like actually putting a song with actual singing in a game is like, it speaks to me on a level.
Azure Striker Gunvolt 3.
You know what? I haven't caught up on Azure Striker Gunvolt 1 and 2 yet, so I don't think I'm gonna pick that one up just yet.
That was super cool. Bit Summit is awesome. Can't wait to go back to Kyoto to experience it when we can.
Amazing. Yeah, that was the best. I think if you get a chance to go to Bit Summit, do it. Take it. It's amazing.
Yeah, shout out to them for showing their games on this showcase for sure. Thanks once again to our sponsors and broadcasting partners for their support. We're going to shout them out here once again. PlayStation,
I think they've done an alright job.
Razer, Astro Gaming, our fellow devs and publishers too.
They never stumbled once, and that is a hard thing to do.
Goblin Studios, Graffiti Games, Head Up, Hype Train Digital, Neon Doctrine, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, Thunderful, and Whitethorn Games.
Yes, and be sure.
What do we reckon? Do you reckon there's going to be one more thing?
On Steam, where you can learn more.
Is there going to be a?
Wishlist those games.
Although there is another thing next week, so maybe there won't be another one more thing.
Wishlists help, so do it.
Do it. Definitely support them.
Last of Us Part 3.
Thanks to Wilmer Sound, sir. You have been awesome for opening up your space.
Yes.
Hands on the shoulders.
I'm so happy to open my space to you.
Always. I love you. Thanks to the mix team, AV Society, Timmy, Abe, Full Illustrated, everybody who's contributed to this stream. That wraps up day one of Guerrilla.
All right, are they going to do it one more time?
Coming up next is our next installment of Black Voice in Gaming, where Alfonso Hooker will be joining me for some interviews and exclusive gameplay sessions with some amazing devs and their dope games. Be sure to stay tuned at the same time next Saturday at 8 a.m. PST, 5 p.m. CET, where the Guerrilla Collective gaming greatness will continue, along with the spotlight on uplifting and thoughtful indie games and wholesome direct. We're going to take a quick break and come back with some more Guerrilla Collective with Black Voices in Gaming next. See you soon.
So I believe that is the end of the game announcements for the night. There probably will be more shows, but I was mostly here for the announcements, so I might swap it off. Yeah, that was pretty good. I had a good time with that. They did a pretty good job at, like, there was a lot of, fun announcements in there. A lot of, like, really strong announcements, honestly. A lot of really solid indie games that are coming through, which is good, because part of me is worried that, except for Mr. Pink Suit's portion, yeah, maybe definitely one of the weaker parts. But I don't know how much indies fit in E3 at the moment. Nintendo, unless if they're not going to come to the Switch, then they're not going to be there. PlayStation's obviously not going to be there, and they've been pretty light on the indies over the past few years. Xbox have got ID at Xbox, which is great, but if you're not part of that program, then you're not going to be there. So I'm glad there's, a thing for indies to showcase their games. That's great. So I honestly had a pretty good time with this. What do you reckon, Dash? Do you reckon the day 3 can, hit that same high? A lot of good stuff in there. They do a good job. It reminds me of a more international focused free play festival, which is a thing that happens here in Melbourne, which I love with my whole heart. So I'm glad it was around. I had a good time watching it. The hosts they were good. They had a good time. The interviews were good. Just a good show all around. It is now just past 2:30. I'm gonna bring it down. I'll be around doing more stuff. Dash, thanks so much for showing up, man. Appreciate it. Anyone else that came through, hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed it, make sure you check us a follow on here, on Twitter. Aside from that, I'm going to bring the stream down. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you soon for more E3 coverage. Have a good night.